In today's video, I am making a set of crocheted Christmas decorations for the pine tree I carved. That's because I'm going to be using that tree as Christmas decorations. This is going to be my Christmas tree this year, and probably every year after that. But so this is the process of me making the garlands. First, I made one long chain using the simplest crochet method I know, and I wrapped it around the tree until I had the correct length, so that then later I would be able to give it the correct width for it to make sense on the tree. I could have painted the tree to have the decorations. It would probably have been much easier, but this way felt more fun because that way, first I'm able to use the tree that I carved, even when it's not Christmas. It can be a permanent decoration that I happen to put some decorations on when it's Christmas time. But also, it lets me make a piece of art with more than one type of materials. So it's not only wood, it's not only paint, it's also wool. It mixes the more techniques, so it's more stimulating and interesting for me personally. This is the main challenge here, the crux of the matter. While we are waiting for part of the process for the length to be finished, I would like to talk about my current projects for crochet. I have started a few projects that are pretty big, and that I have had, and I discovered that though I like crochet a lot, and I'm pretty good at planning things, at starting projects and having ideas for crochet projects, I am pretty bad at finishing them. Currently, I have two fairly big projects, one of which is stuck in assembly. I did some mistakes at the beginning, and I have to either start over a portion or find a way to fix it. I'm currently leaning on starting over. That way, because the way to fix it I found is way too bothersome. And the second project is stuck in. It's not stuck. It's just I chip away at it. I have to do some cross stitching, I think is the correct term, and it's kind of long. So here I'm doing the pivot. I'm starting to go back to the start, but I'm doing I think it's called a double crochet. I'm not confident in that. I haven't watched enough tutorials to be really familiar with the terms, but I think that's what it's called. So I have a 3 stitches wide garland, and that is going to be the final width. It felt excessive to add more width to it when I put it on a tree to test it. So yeah. And coming back to the big projects, I'm going to try to start making smaller projects, or to ramp up to bigger projects, because it's obviously not realistic to do the size of projects that I initially planned. I was over enthusiastic. So I'm probably going to be doing smaller projects, and then as I gain more confidence, I'm going to be trying to ramp up to the kind of project sizes that I jumped into headlong without really considering all the implications. And I'm really happy that I'm able to afford different types of art forms like this, because all types of art forms, as far as I can tell, are relaxing in very different ways. Like wood carving is very good to deal with stress. It it's something that takes a lot of physical efforts, so it's good to purge negative emotions. That's how I'm going to say it. Painting is great for creativity and getting those juices flowing. And crochet so far is very good to just meditate, be very relaxed and kind of mindless. So it's all three are very good for mental stability, as far as I'm able to tell. I'm trying to think about different types of art that I could try to do. Um, of course, it's kind of hard to add a new type of art because I do have a limited amount of space, and like for example glass making, I couldn't do glass making. I don't have the kind of space needed to have the proper type of furnace and things like that, so it's simply not realistic. I don't think I have the strength needed for stone carving and things like that, so it's I'm going to think on it, and it's probably going to be a while. Do have my I do have a lot of art forms I'm trying out right now, so it's fine to wait until I am more confident in those before I start adding more things. But I look forward to the future. That is for sure. Most of the challenge when doing this return was how to place my hands in the correct way to be able to systematically and fairly quickly do all of the stitches without losing my grip. Um, the way I ended up doing it is that I treat the line of single stitches as though it was the a strand of wool the same way. So I put tension in it, so that way it's easier to insert the hook in it. It's not a perfect science because I wasn't particularly regular in the stitches of the single file. It means that some of the links are tighter, so harder to enter or easier depending. But that'll come with experience, regularity. And here we have the final touches to the decoration. Basically, I just made red stripes all along the garland. Only red ones. The other color of Christmas, green, would have been, I think, a bit too invisible on the... I don't know. I felt like it would be too much with the already green tree. So I felt that only red was perfectly fine. So to do this, basically I just passed the needle through the stitches on both ends of the of the garland, and trying to keep it all vaguely parallel, each lines. And at somewhat of an angle, I wanted it to look somewhat like a spiral or something. And it did turn out very well, in my opinion. It was a bit hard. I learned that I am very bad at threading the needle. Putting the yarn in the needle is hell. I'm able to do it, but it takes way too much time for what it is. I'm probably going to have to figure out a way to a tool or something to help me do it, because it's kind of ridiculous right now. For editing purposes, here I removed all of the pulling of the whole yarn, because it would have been too long and pointless. So I just add the initial insertion of the needle and then part of the end of the pulling of the yarn. That way we save a lot of time, because time is precious after all. I'm trying to be mindful of that. Of course, saying that, there is quite a lot of silence in this video. I didn't have quite as much to say as I thought I would. I could probably have afforded to cut out some sections at the beginning, but it didn't feel necessary that much. And the video isn't that long as a whole, so I feel like it's fine that there is some silence in that. And we are nearing the end. What I could have done better with this project, I don't really know. This small garland was a fairly small project that went well. And with that, thank you very much for watching. Feel free to come by whenever you want. Bye.